Howdy y'all, it's MxRheyRhey. Welcome back to my channel. So I know I just said in the August vlog that I want to start doing more like concept stuff and things that will be like available to you guys, but I was just really not feeling it the day I was recording this and I just had to draw something. Like I had to do something else that wasn't watercolor or stickers. So I got my old pastels, you know, like a good next choice. And I don't know, I was feeling unconfident. I was like, every time I use my oil pastels, I don't know what I'm doing. And so I chose one thing to improve with my oil pastels for this video, and I decided it was going to be layering. I had no idea what I was doing when it came to layering oil pastels. And so I watched this nice little video, and it turns out oil pastels are like any kind of oil or acrylic medium. You have to start from light and get darker from there. So it was just that one little piece of advice, and I feel like this time anything I made, like what I made today in this video, came out so much better than anything else that I have tried to do in the past. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, I have this like little idea of what I need to do now via layering. What should I draw? And I was suggested by my dearest love to draw a flower and a bee, because for those of you who don't know, I live out in the country. There's bees everywhere, flowers aplenty, and so I had a lot of reference choices. I had a lot to choose from for references, so I thought that would be nice and kind and good, and so I decided to do so. These are actually passion fruit flowers. They grow on vines. They are literally right outside my back door because we have like an awning sort of thing over a fish pond so that the water doesn't turn bad. And we have grown these vines for at least a decade, at least as long as the awning has been there. So there are fruit and flowers aplenty. The bumblebees love going back there, and so this wasn't even really, I didn't even really need to reference anything. This is just such a solid piece of graphicness in my memory. The only real reference I had was just the color composition of the flower. I took a picture of one of these flowers, and just to be like, okay, I know there's purple in there. Are these pink? These ones that I am looking at are definitely not pink. I was really weird to think that it was actually like a greenish white, but you know, chlorophyll, so green. That is pretty much the only thing that was weird to me within this piece, is that, oh, I don't actually have to use pink. Everything else is just green. Like the vines are actually not brown. They are very pastel green. Everything in here is green besides the actual fruit. And if you've ever seen inside of a passion fruit, it's weird. It is like pomegranates if they didn't have the gate, like the little membrane gates in them. They're really slimy. I question whether I would ever actually eat them or not in real life. But yes, so that was what I was practicing. That is the story behind this piece. Layering is the focus of this piece, and also making sure that the bee is absolutely adorable, and I think I nailed that. If you think I nailed the adorableness of this little bee, let me know down in the comments below, because I think he looks absolutely amazing. So, aside from that, sorry, I'm collecting my thoughts. I don't have a fidget toy with me this time. That was me snapping all my fingers. Yeah. So, like I said, I kind of needed something to not be, I don't know, business worthy. Like, I was trying to have fun with this piece. I was trying to relax. I just wanted to learn a little something new. Otherwise, it's just a normal oil pastel piece. I don't understand still a lot about oil pastels. It's still something I want to learn. From the video that I watched for layering, the person was using their white oil pastel pretty much just as a blending stick, besides using like their finger or you know, some sort of scrap paper, towel, or napkin or anything like that. So that's what I used mostly for the blending. I thought that would work out, considering everything besides the bee and the fruit was supposed to be a pastel-ish green or white. So I didn't think much of it. But now that I'm seeing it, like I've seen it from start to finish, I am unsure. I know my color shaping tool doesn't really blend, it more like it smudges things into place, and I kind of don't like the look of that. If you've seen any other of my oil pastel videos, you know what I'm talking about when I'm saying my color shaper. It looks exactly like a brush, except for the tip. Instead of like filament, or not feathers, like hair or any kind of like brush part, it is a silicone tool. Mine in this case is the shape of a cone, like a little silicone pointer, and that is called a color shaper. I think it can be used for clay or oil paint or anything. I use it specifically to smudge oil pastels. I find it very useful. There we go, that little tool right there. And I don't know, like it does fine. I realize when I'm using it, if I don't smudge in this specific direction that I want to, it looks weird. It's sort of like when you're doing hair in a sketch or a drawing. If you just follow the lines of how hair goes all in like unison, it looks a lot better than when you're making an outline of the hair and then scribbling horizontally and like jagged and going every which way to fill in the color. It doesn't work as well as if you just keep going straight up and down. Well, if you're having straight hair, if there's like curls in your hair of the waves, then like follow the curl pattern, obviously, just like with any normal natural hair. But okay, well, wavies is not natural, but you know what I like. If you have a curl pattern, follow the curl pattern. Otherwise, it's going to look a little janky. That's not the point of this video, just like, you know, my own little tidbits. But yes, that is how using the color shaper is like. If I don't smudge in the direction that what I'm referencing in the painting like goes, if they don't match up, it looks wrong, and sometimes I don't have the patience to keep doing that. Especially if you saw at the very top, like it's just supposed to be blurred. There we go, that's the word. It's just supposed to be blurred. There's not really supposed to be any kind of shape to it whatsoever. So that's why I went back in with a paper towel just to like actually smudge everything. And I actually really like how this is coming out. Like the background is kind of blurred. There's a little bit of more solid background. I was very, very nervous when I kind of saw all of it beforehand about like how the outline looks. I needed to put in the outlines for the foreground things just so I felt like it would stick out. Otherwise, everything looked too blurred together. This is a close-up. This is not the final shot, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video and me ranting about how nervous I was finishing this all up, even though I told myself it was supposed to be for fun. So here we go, colored frame and all. This is the end shot. Let me know how I did. Let me know what your favorite flower and insect combination is to draw, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful life, and don't be afraid to check out the links in the description for any of my stuff. They will be available to you in, you know, online in the internet. So, bye!